avoid legal snags by telling people they're being recorded. Sorry. Shoot! Today was the day I wasn't supposed to do that. Welcome back, guys. Talkmen Tuesday. On another Tuesday. Super Easel, Angel Corrado. We're already messing up the intro. But oh well.
Yeah, if anybody else is confused, so am I. I feel like you just yelled at us. I feel personally victimized right now. We did nothing wrong, community. We did nothing wrong.
Except for.
Ow. Oh, I'm bleeding.
Oh! I basically kicked Sawyer's butt. That's why he's bleeding right now.
Uh-huh.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh my gosh.
I love this. I love this.
I don't know what to do.
You okay?
Yeah, no, it's that stupid cold sore.
Oh, that's a cold sore.
It's still healing from like 2.5 weeks ago.
That is not good.
It just keeps breaking open.
Okay, before anything else, roll the intro. And welcome back.
And we're back. I feel like we gotta do something. If it's you saying welcome back, I feel like we gotta get something that's like consistent. And we're back.
And we're back. Back at it again.
Back at it again with the white vans. Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white vans.
I don't know why every time I say that, the Call Her Daddy podcast, it comes to mind.
Have you watched it since that one girl stopped being a part of it?
When did she stop being a part of it?
Just recently. Did you hear like the story behind it?
No, what's the story?
Yeah, so it was two girls. There was a blonde girl and a brunette girl. And they just randomly, they were both unemployed and they both randomly decided to start doing the podcast together and call it Call Her Daddy. And they did like 4 episodes and then Barstool Sports picked them up. And so then they were with Barstool and they were kind of doing their own thing for a really long time, bringing in Barstool Sports a lot of money. And their contract was coming up. And this random like business guy who had a thing with the brown haired girl was like, they're not paying you industry standard. If you want to know what industry standard is, you should drop them and go to this other place that will pay you what you should be getting paid. And so then they were like thinking about not signing back with Barstool Sports. And then Barstool was like, I mean, we'll pay you like they gave them like this amazing deal. And it was basically giving them their own IP, like a new merch, like program basically. So it was like a dream deal essentially. And the brown hair girl was getting told by her boyfriend essentially like, no, don't do it. And the blonde hair girl was like, well, I think we should probably do it. And so then the brown hair girl backed out of the deal, but the blonde girl wanted to keep doing it. And so essentially they signed the blonde only back. And now the brown hair girl's like, oh, let me come back because she realized she made like a huge mistake. And Barstool's like, no, we know what kind of person you are. Like you'll just back away whenever. And so now it's just the blonde haired girl that's doing it because the other girl like took terrible advice from her boyfriend.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I saw the profile photo for Call Her Daddy and realized just one person was now.
Yep.
But I want to say she was like the main one stuck on it.
She was the main one. Their names are Alex and Sophia, but I don't know which one is which. But yeah, the main one whose idea it was and everything is the one that is still doing it.
That's surprising.
But, yeah, I'm not sure how good it is now. If like the following is still as big as it was, because like I feel like people liked it because of the back and forth, and without that back and forth, because it's not like they interviewed people, to my knowledge.
No.
And so I'm just curious how how good it is now.
I won't say it's still good, but I guess like you said, the back and forth. She has to do that part now, and she's trying to get like adjusted to it. She's like, I would have my other co-host, and we would be able to talk back and forth. But now she's basically pretending that uh, she has other people, or the Call Her Daddy gang is like replying. So sometimes she changes her voice. It's like, what do you mean, Alex? Go ahead. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I feel like with them, like they've got like a massive community that like will do anything for them. So she's probably doing okay still.
And then Barstool, they are genius. Like they're making waves. So
Oh yeah, for
they're just getting
sure.
bigger and bigger. So I feel like that's a good company to work for.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fairly new, isn't it?
It's not fairly new. It got big recently.
Okay.
Um, they started off in a very small office with like four of them. Um, I don't know what year it was though. It was in the 2000s.
Cool. Okay. Okay,
So
so
I guess
definitely not.
technically, yeah, new. But for me, I'm thinking of like podcast companies, and like
Uh
it's an older podcast company in my mind at least.
huh. There we go. Yeah, I think the way I heard about Call Her Daddy was because of Barstool Instagram accounts. They would always put that account up, and I'm like, that got me just curious of like, what is it about? And yeah, they talk about
Mhm.
interesting things that women don't generally talk about.
Yep. I
It
feel like
makes
that's what's like their whole thing is. It's like those uncomfortable conversations or those conversations that people just won't talk about. They talk about just right away.
like the other guy who we were with, Kevin, was like, yeah, it's cool to get the girls' perspective about this because you never hear them talk about it. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's an interesting podcast.
For sure.
Ooh, oh, wait. What other shows do you watch on Netflix? Nobody told me that Criminal Minds. Netflix only has 12 seasons of Criminal Minds.
How many total are there?
14.
Oh, I think you'll be okay with 12 out of the 14.
But the worst part is on the end of 12, there's a cliffhanger. Oh my
Oh,
god.
so you have to find a new source to go for it.
And so it left on a cliffhanger and I'm like, why did it stop? Like it just took me back to like the main menu of Netflix. And I usually like listen to it, so I didn't understand it. So I clicked on it again and I'm like, I thought there were 14 seasons. And so like I had to Google it and yeah, there is 14 seasons. Netflix only has 12.
Well, you'll just have to find another source to go to.
Yeah. But apparently, somebody said if you get cable, it's like $50 a month. But yeah, it's way too expensive for that.
Yeah.
Just that season.
Yeah.
And apparently they're also coming out with a new season. They're on a roll.
No.
Coming out with a new season. I'm like, I'm addicted. Also, don't trust anybody now. I'm never gonna let strangers into my house.
Well, I would hope not originally, too. Random person comes over. Yeah, come on in.
Well, a damsel in distress. So this is how
Well,
they get you.
why did she choose you?
Because, well, I guess
It's random.
it is random. They did go for families who were like willing to help out. There's one episode where this group of like 4 or 5 people would ask for donations for this specific charity and whatnot. And so we'll call her the mole.
The
Yeah,
mole.
the mole. She's like probably very young, very sweet, and asks for like the donation and whatnot. Checks out the place, and once she figures out or filters out a possible candidate to like rob and steal from, she goes back to her little posse, and she's like, "They're the one." And so she like loses her sweater in the house. And so like either the next day or that night, she's like, excuse me, miss, I think I forgot my sweater. And she goes in. And you know what happens next?
She kills him.
Actually, she didn't know that the main guy would kill him. The majority of the group thought that they were just robbing them and partying.
But no, murder was happening.
Yep, behind the scenes.
Bum, bum, bum.
Boom, 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 execution style. And so, yeah, don't trust people who ask for charity at your door.
Or who leave sweaters at your house. It's all a scam. Speaking of Angel, I think I left 2 sweatshirts with you. I need to come over and get them. Uh-oh. He's going up to get the sweatshirts. These sweatshirts were left at his... Or no, he borrowed them from me. Probably 5 years ago? Yep, there it is. Look at that sweatshirt. I told him it was like 5 years ago.
It really was. So I think I lost your other one. The other one was really small, so I wouldn't wear it as much.
The other one meant much more to me than I could ever explain.
Yeah, I don't know where that was at. Sorry. But I got this one. And it was white too.
Yeah, white? That one was all white. I was always scared about wearing that one because I always thought it would get dirty.
You read my mind.
But that one reminds me of a Michigan State, like kind of swaggy sweatshirt. Not swaggy, that was not the word, but like swag, because it's the dark gray and then the green.
So yeah, I got your sweater story. Are you planning to kill me?
No, just party. But hey, who knows what might happen.
And then when like the leader came out, I was like, how do you think we haven't been caught before? We killed all like the witnesses, and they were like, we just party and steal. That's it. We don't kill. And so,
but that makes them a witness too now.
And guess what happened? You basically know the storyline.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
No.
Okay. What other Netflix shows do you watch, or would you recommend?
The Last Dance is on Netflix now. I watched episode 1 last night.
How was that?
It was good. I'm not sure how. I think there were like 8 or 10 or something episodes. Yeah. But the first one was really good. Kind of set up the whole thing. So I'm excited. I'll probably watch one like every other night or something.
I was like intrigued how they even said some NBA players didn't even know Michael Jordan had 2 3-peats. I didn't even know he had 2 3-peats.
Really? With the 18 months in the middle to go play baseball. Come on.
I just know there's controversy of his retirement in quotation marks.
Yeah.
He was forced to retire because he gambles too much.
Oh, I didn't. Hey, spoiler alert. Haven't gotten there yet, guy.
No, well, I don't know if it was proven or not. I just know there's always rumors about that. Yeah. People say, all right, I'm headline reading, okay? So take that for what it's worth.
You? No.
I have evidence for this. But yeah, his retirement, it's like he didn't want to retire. He was forced to retire because he couldn't stop gambling and he loved to gamble. Oh. And so that's how they were able to bring him back later on for him to like take a year off or something. It's like you either retire or we say we fired your butt. Yeah. So he chose to retire.
I was gonna say you don't want to be. I mean, I feel like it would just look bad on the Bulls organization to say that you fired Michael Jordan or you just didn't re-sign Michael Jordan. Like, you're crazy.
Probably at the time in the like of all time. And coming off of what 3-peat?
Yeah.
It's insane.
And then you should also watch Shameless. Shameless is a good one too. It's based in Chicago.
What's it about? No spoilers.
It's about this family called the Gallaghers. And Candace told me this. Apparently they named the family Gallagher because G has such a rough sound to it. And so 2 G's just sounds even rough. And so it's like a single parent home with just the father. And then they have like 5 kids. And it's about them like doing whatever they need to do just to get by. But like they get into all these like weird situations and it's really good. And so that's why that me and Candace, we started watching together just because you see Chicago landmarks every once in a while in the show. And apparently the house that they live in is on the south side and like people drive by the house all the time and like the family is like very happy with it and they just ask for donations if you take photos and things like that. So it's like everything is like legit in Chicago.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I might look.
So the new season came out just recently. We looked on Netflix today and it's a new episodes. So
How many seasons are there?
I want to say like 6 or 7 probably.
Hmm.
Or maybe 8 or 9. I don't know. There's a lot of seasons.
And we're seeing both of those intros on like the top of my Netflix thing, so I might look into them.
Yeah, I think Shameless is like ranked number 5 right now in the U.S. But it's funny because like when it first starts off, like the littlest child in the family, he's like a baby, and now he's probably like 10 or 11 or 12, and so like you get to watch him grow up basically like in his like early life, which is really weird to think about, but it's pretty cool.
Huh. Shameless and Last Dance. I like, I might be able to do The Last Dance in a podcast form. Just listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, The Last Dance is something that it's a documentary, so you don't really necessarily need to watch it too much. That I've realized it's kind of just like them talking back and forth, but they show a lot of game clips, which is really cool. Like when he was in college and obviously the pros and stuff like that too. So
Did he
I
do
like watching it.
Did he do all 4 years in college or just one and
He
done?
only did 3. He went to North Carolina and his freshman, sophomore, junior year, and then his coach was like, if you go into the pros right now, you'll be at least 3rd or 4th overall. It's an opportunity you shouldn't pass up. And so his like coach convinced him to go pro.
So he wasn't even looking into going pro his senior year?
Apparently he was like debating just staying just to finish up his school because his mom was a big advocate for him to get an education in case something professionally didn't work out, and so that's why. But like things were like he got oh no, I guess he got rookie of the year his first year in the pros, but he was like they won like the NCAA tournament and everything like that while he was in school. Like he was just like a very, very good college player. And so they're like, if you pass it up, like, who knows what will happen next year kind of thing.
Interesting. I'll look into it and talk to you about it next week. Have a little serious The Last Dance review.
Oh, yeah. We can go episode by episode each week. We can, like, watch 1 or 2 episodes a week and then talk about them.
Boom. Are you going to watch? Let me know how many episodes you watched this week. And I'll probably try to keep up, at least podcast form.
All right. Well, I watched one last night, and so I wasn't going to watch one tonight. I'll probably watch one, like, either tomorrow or Wednesday night.
Ooh, you see Chris Young got engaged?
Yeah. We knew it was happening. He told us it was happening soon. So, huge congrats to the happy couple.
So cool. Congrats, Chris Young. I saw the thing.
I texted them both right after I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, congratulations!"
It was growing up so quick. Like, we already have one of our pledge bros have a kid.
Who was the kid?
Michael Moore.
Oh, yeah.
He's the first one with a kid. We were trying to go through this a bachelor party. I was like, who was in our pledge class? Where are they now? Yeah, like someone we lost contact with. Especially, we had one pledge bro go through pledgeship, and then halfway through the year, after like we were brothers and whatnot, spring semester, he decided to go to the Navy. So we never saw him again. It's so sad but true. So you're like, I wonder if he made it or not. Huh.
If he made it or not. Should have phrased that one a little differently.
Okay, I think he was going for the Marines. He was going for the Marines. I think. I'm not quite sure. If he made that part or not. Not if he's alive or dead.
Oh, man.
So the rest of them, we couldn't figure out how many of us were until we looked at the group chat. We're sorry, guys, if you guys ever listen to this.
Yeah, isn't that strange, though? It's like the people that you don't keep up with, like you might never know where they are or anything like that. Like it's so easy to just lose touch with people.
Mm-hmm. Imagine back in the day without the internet. Because like now, he wasn't very active on social media like Facebook or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't like back in the day with no internet. People would just be like, "Okay, see you when I see you," and then I guess that's how my parents communicate. They like find a friend of a friend who has somebody's number, and then they get a random call. It's like, "Hey, remember me?" You're like, "Oh yeah,
Long time no talk.
you're so and so," and then that's how they catch up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Anything new in your life story? I tried going for like idea after idea, and I'm like, no. Sorry, help me with ideas.
Candace had I guess me and Candace had our bridal shower, or her bridal shower. And so kind of majorly kicking off all of our wedding stuff, which is super fun and exciting. It is 82 days until the big day.
I was like August, September. And then, yeah.
October is the big month.
I don't know, it was your mom or your dad. It was like, see you in October. And I was like, why?
Why?
The wedding!
That's a weird thing to tell me.
I was like, okay, I guess something's happening in October. Like, oh, yeah.
It's weird to think about how quick it's coming up, but it's also super exciting too. So
It's already been, what, 2 weeks since your bachelor weekend?
yeah, has it? Yeah, 2 weeks since then. 1 weekend, 2 weekends. Yep.
I was like, oh, my sister's actually getting a new job. So she's only gonna be working at the store on the weekends now. And she got like a new job with a company. One of our service providers needed a sales rep. So she
She's
got
helping.
yeah. She got kind of tired with the store. She's been there for 7 years.
Yeah.
So she's like, I want something different. So she went for that. So that'd be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, understand. How long have you been there now? I
Uh,
guess
2 years? No,
I was gonna guess 3.
I want to say 2 years.
Yeah.
Even 2 years? A year and a half. I don't know anymore.
I was gonna say you know better than me, so.
I think I know for sure. Yeah, probably 2 years, or about to be 2 years, 2 or 3 years. I don't know, but ever since I was in college, I would go on the weekends to help out. Full time, it's either 1 or 2 years. I can't. I need to look at. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like something like a marker or something, but I can't think of anything right now. I'm like,
well, soon you'll be able to use the new store as a reference.
my dad said it was gonna take 3 months.
3 more months until it's all put together and all ready.
No, he said it was gonna take 3 months to like build it and everything.
Oh.
A year later, it's not being built. Yeah. I want to say, yeah, a year and a couple months. Yeah, I've only been here full time 1 whole year and 3 months, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, but I am actually now taking 360 photos of other business nearby the store. So hopefully people, I'm basically helping other businesses where our new store is located at. It's like drive traffic there.
Yeah.
And hopefully if they go by that street, they'll definitely see the store.
Yeah.
There was one store that actually was like, no, we don't want you to take photos because they already paid somebody to do it in the future.
Oh, they did already?
Yeah.
Huh.
And so I was like, you sure you don't just want me to do it for free right now? And she's like, I'd rather not just because somebody else is telling me. Okay.
Whatever you say. I tried to be nice.
I'm like, are you really not gonna take like a free 360 photos that like you can literally just compare and contrast like what you paid for and what you got for free, which I'm like
much better.
I'm like price difference is definitely better. I don't think whatever. So I'm like, oh. I didn't think I was gonna get a no, honestly. I was like, who's gonna say no?
That's kind of strange that you gotta know. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Like, they choose to use that other person's over yours that they paid for? Like,
So, but now I got like 50 360 photos done, and I'll keep doing it, and then hopefully find the best Mexican restaurant in town.
Hopefully.
Ooh, do you think there'll be a high school sports in the state of Illinois?
I don't know. That is such a tough call. I could say no. I could see no happening.
My nephew's asking me, and I'm like, dude, that's really hard. Like, professionals are trying to like have a league, and
yeah,
some aren't doing so good. The NBA is doing good just because they're in a bubble.
Yeah.
I know MLS.
Can't really do that for all high school.
Yeah. Like, there's not going to be a bubble for high school. And, like, MLS, they had one team who had a lot of positive.
Yeah.
So they had to cancel. And MLS had, the soccer team had one team that had a lot of positive cases, so they canceled the game. And I know MLB also did too.
Mm-hmm.
So their seasons aren't looking that great right now.
Well, baseball's back now, but those specific teams, I'm not sure what the MLB team is, but those specific teams probably are like having to cancel a bunch of stuff.
At least 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I think the MLB team had like 14.
Oh,
staff,
dang.
Yeah, team members, and they're like, "Yeah, there's an infection."
Some of these spreading pretty quick. Like, yeah, we can tell.
Then, yeah, so he's kind of worried about that because for him, soccer's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be so tough. Like, especially like imagine being like a senior, having your senior year, and then just not happening.
Yeah.
Like that would stink.
Or like freshman year in college. How's that gonna go?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just happy we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Honestly. Oh snap! Somebody's knocking. Okay, I'll be right back.
Right.
Sorry.
I'll stall.
Okay.
So this part of the podcast is brought to you by Netflix. For when you need a show, Netflix is the way to go. Netflix has shows from dramas to romances to even some horror films and comedies. Anything across the spectrum, Netflix is there for you. Specifically, we recommend on this show The Office, Last Dance, Community, Shameless. I'm forgetting other ones. Parks and Rec. These are some recommendations from Talkmen Tuesday. Until then, we're back at the show.
Hi.
Bing. I just had a word from our sponsor, Netflix.
You sponsored Netflix?
Well, Netflix sponsored us.
Okay.
Self-proclaimed sponsor.
Guess what YouTube video of mine is doing really good, apparently. No guess.
No guess.
How to tie a knot with your mouth. I posted it like last year, and all of a sudden
it's blown up again?
Yeah. It's got like 90,000 views. Apparently it's on one of the top results once people search for it, and people are starting to search for it again. It's just like either second or third one of the results. So last year there was a trend on TikTok that like you use your tongue to like make a knot. And so I figured it out, and so I did a video of it.
It's like a cherry stem?
Yeah, it's kind of like a cherry stem, but people were using their earphones, earphones.
Ew, to do that? Oh.
Yeah. And
or just it gets all wet. Why would you do that to yourself?
Why do you do a lot of TikTok trends?
That's true.
You look at them, you're like, okay.
Who thought this was a good idea?
But now that basically the daughter does it with her mom, the TikTok.
Like,
and so Yeah. No, she does the TikTok with her mom. They're like talking, and uh, the daughter is basically mimicking a song where it's like, uh, it basically talks a lot about sex, and the moms are just like, "What is going on right now?" The song goes something like, "How do you nut in 30 seconds?" And he didn't even put, yeah. It's very strange, and the moms, the moms make that weird face, and I'm just like, how? Why are?
So the moms feel uncomfortable.
But the daughters always put. A lot of girls are afraid to talk boys with their mom, and here I am like, and so like they basically mimic the song, and the mom's like, no, no.
Please stop feeling this comfortable around me.
There are some moms who are like really are like cool with it. And I'm like, huh, interesting. Ooh, it'll be a funny segue.
I don't even know. Okay, just go for it. I don't even know what this segue is
Okay,
going.
did you ever have the talk with your parents, like the
No.
sex talk?
Well, my parents said that the school should have handled that.
I knew it was a good segue.
Did your parents have the talk with you?
No,
No.
we never talked.
Yeah.
And then like years later, like after I think probably after college too, me and my sister were like, why didn't we ever receive the talk? My mom was like, you'll receive it when it's time. And we were like,
when is it time?
yeah, both of us just in our late 20s, and we're like, when is it gonna be the time? And so
I know for me, like I would be so uncomfortable trying to give that talk to somebody. Like my child, no, I'm good.
okay, was there ever I know like in elementary school there's supposed to be a video or like a quote unquote the talk like how your parents would say um elementary school would talk about sex, like sex ed basically in elementary school. Was there ever that in elementary school or no?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh wait, I mean they showed you how like what a pregnancy was like.
In elementary school.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like what grade was it?
Probably
It's probably
fifth.
like seventh grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like a big thing. We went to I don't even know what the place is called, but like you went to this one company at like they had a building and you went there and like they walked you through all of it.
Hmm.
Was not uncomfortable at all.
I remember like some of my friends would talk about it in fifth grade, and I don't know if they're just like messing with me because like I missed one day and that's happened to be the day where like that happened.
You actually missed that day? That's hilarious.
And I never could confirm or deny whether they were telling the truth or not because they're like, yeah, we learned about sex ed that day. And we're like, they made us watch a video, and now we're like, caught up. And I'm like, what was the video about?
Yeah, we had one in elementary school and then one in high school.
Yeah, well, definitely high school. It's like
Mm-hmm.
health. It was called health, and so you
Yep.
learn about sex and the diseases and whatnot.
Yeah. There's like one segment within PE for us. It was just health,
Mm.
which sucked because you didn't get PE that semester.
PE was so fun.
PE was a joke. Like,
Wait, was it a joke for you?
yeah, like if you didn't get an A in PE, like you were just
Oh.
doing something wrong.
Yeah, we also had like a lifting class where like all you would do was lift, and that was kind of like if you didn't get an A in that, it's like what are you doing lifting? Like all you're supposed to do is lift and get like you don't. I don't think he even didn't even necessarily care if like you lifted more at the end of the year. He just wanted to see that you would like actually try and like lift stuff.
Yeah,
It's
that you
like
made an effort.
I'd be like the try hard that I always wanted to get a good workout.
And then you're sweating the rest of the day, and everybody else is like, "What the heck is up with Angel?"
Yeah. But there'd be showers, so I think that helped.
Yeah,
And I tried to, um, I think that's why I wanted also to do it at the end of the day. So I only had like one class after
yeah,
my lifting class,
for
and
sure.
so I'd have that class to like as a rest, and then I'd have like soccer practice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Candace told me that she had swimming. Like they had a pool apparently in her high school, and she had swimming second period or third period or something. She's like, so you would get ready for the day, you would go to a couple classes, then you would go in a pool, and then you would be like wet the rest of the day. I'm like, that would stink. Like,
We had a pool, a swimming sport. Well, it was in our PE class. We had like a swimming session. It was
yeah.
like 3 weeks,
Hmm.
and yeah. But I don't think we wouldn't be wet because we would take showers. So we would have um to be quick about the showers though too. I think it would give like 5 to 10 minutes to take a shower, and yeah. High school was the reason why I was so comfortable with group showers at Pike at a fraternity house because we did that in high school.
Mine's just because I have a rockin' bod, so I know I've got nothing to be ashamed.
And like in high school, if you showed that like you were like scared or
Uncomfortable.
yeah, people would make it a point to make you more uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And so you just have to be like, no big deal, just a bunch of naked people walking around.
Just a bunch of naked people.
Naked guys. And apparently the girl side was like hardly anybody would take a shower, and some people would even change in stalls, which was a complete 180 to the guys' locker room where people would be doing helicopters. It was like, okay. so it was like, what am I gonna say now? Oh. But there was one semester.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Oh, moving on now. There's one time we had PE, lifting class, and soccer that semester. So I would shower 3 times a day for like 5 days.
Man. If only you could, and you couldn't even get them like back to back to back or anything like that.
I don't know why I didn't think about that. I know some people do that and they think about having like the PE class after the lifting session. But honestly, I wouldn't want that because I need my rest time in between so I can go hard. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I could go hard. Yeah.
And I would easily sweat. I don't think it's even that I go hard. I just easily sweat. So that helped me out a lot. So like when I would like actually like put effort in, yeah, that bench would be so Some girls didn't like it. The coach loved it. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm like, yeah, that's what
you should all be like Angel. Everybody else is like, no, we're good.
His classmates. I'm like, you take a shower. And the water's it was somewhat warm. Not too warm. So I would hate it though, like after my lifting session, my hand would be shaking. If like I had like a max or something. That would suck.
You maxed out in gym class?
In the lifting class.
Yeah, like lifting class. Yeah, you maxed out.
You find your max I think like 3 times a semester to see how you're doing. So,
Angel's popping pre-workout, taking protein.
That's when I started taking protein. Because everybody else is doing it. I'm like, what is this protein stuff about? It makes you like recover faster, so like you train harder. I'm like, I want that.
Give it to me.
So
I'm ready.
You work out too, and I'm like, I don't think I'm ready for that. I'll stay away from that. So I tried the protein, and so we had our own little lockers that you could like have your things there. So I got my protein. My chest got built out. I could probably talk with my chest. That's really the reason why I wanted to start working out, because I wanted to talk with my chest. Like, how are you doing? I'm doing good.
Oh man, for those listening to the podcast, Angel just tilted his camera down to look at his pectorals. So now we are a weightlifting podcast. So if you're not here for weightlifting content, please stop listening.
Yeah, it was a good class though.
Good times. Good times.
How any interesting high school class?
No, all of my high school classes were like pretty normal. Like health was like the weird one, but like we just had like all normal classes, nothing crazy. Like econ, maths, like the algebras, all that stuff. Nothing crazy.
A woodworking class?
No, we didn't have that. We didn't have that or like home ec or anything.
Uh, We had a woodworking class. It's fairly easy. A lot of watching videos and like yeah, and then we actually got to do like I did a bookshelf. We still have the bookshelf to this day.
Heyo.
I wasn't sure what I was thinking, what kind of books I was gonna read, because that bookshelf was really small.
Mini books.
Yeah, really mini books. Like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, but I think that's kind of like what he wanted to. He didn't want us to do something huge, something small.
See, I wish I had like a woodworking class or something. I feel like that'd be fun. I feel like I'd be pretty bad at it, but I wouldn't know until I tried it. So,
That's kind of the point, because like everybody's high school, so everybody sucks. And so we got woodworking, automotive one, computer one. Basically, like
you had an automotive class, like you worked on cars and stuff.
yeah, you
That's
could,
pretty
but
cool.
it wasn't. The woodworking class was in the high school, but with the auto, there was also a nursing one.
Hmm.
But with like those like professional ones, they would take you to an actual place. Where like the nursing one, they would take you to like a, I'm not sure it was like a college class or like a one with like nurses in it who taught the class. And the
Hmm.
automotive one, they actually took you to a place where like there was mechanics in
Interesting.
cars.
So they took you to, like some garage, and then you actually like that hands-on stuff. That's pretty cool.
Isn't there like a name for those type of classes? It was only for like juniors
Kind of
and
like
seniors.
apprenticeships or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hands on and just like you want to learn about computers, want to learn about the healthcare or nursing or automotive woodworking. Just like you may not be going to college, but you could be going to like what are those um not not day trading.
Oh, but like trade
Trade
trade ship.
schools.
Trade I was
Trade
like
schools.
trade ship, it's not trade ship.
Right. Trade schools. So you learn a trade, which is like woodworking, welding. I think there was a welding one too. Being a mechanic and things like that. Which they make pretty good money.
Yeah. I've got a friend who is becoming a welder. I think he's finishing up his last semester. I think they're like figuring out what they have to do because it's like COVID and all that stuff, but he's in his last semester of it all.
Mm. And then like HVAC too, heating and air. There was one of that, and
Yeah.
those also make pretty good money. And so, especially if like they end up doing like their own business or whatnot,
Oh, for sure.
because
Or
everybody
even
needs
I feel
money.
like even if you look for like if you work for a company in HVAC, like you can make a pretty penny too as long as it's like a decent enough company
Hmm.
that gives you a
Yeah,
lot of action.
honestly, yeah. But then I guess people are always looking for workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if like those businesses are hurting or doing okay with COVID and everything because I'm sure at the beginning people and even now, I mean you don't really want people in your house who you don't know, but like I'm assuming since things are getting used more so now like things are breaking down or something. So I'd be curious.
Some of them even add the service of disinfecting places.
Mm-hmm.
So they had like a special liquid to like disinfect the air and whatnot. And they're being called on into like offices to like or factories as well to disinfect
Yeah.
places. That's one company who had like they work on leaks in basements that would leak or like when it would rain. Now they majorly disinfect because of COVID.
Ah.
I don't know.
Ah.
The guy came in and was like, "Yeah, that liquid to like disinfect, it's a lot of money. It's like $300 a bottle." So people who are doing it are like the big companies who don't want to get their employees sick and need them to keep working. Oh, okay.
Oh.
We'll just tell you. It's like all we can do is like tell everybody to wear their mask.
Yeah.
And here's some hand sanitizer since it's finally gone down on the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, it was like a J.C. Penney's or something like that. I'm just throwing at it. It was like some J.C. Penney, Macy's, something like that. But they were selling face masks, and a lady came in there and just like threw them all over and was like, "You're trying to sell these in a pandemic? Like you should be handing these out to people." And it's like, dang, lady. Like I get what you're trying to do, but dang, not the right way to go about that.
Yeah. We haven't had. Luckily, we haven't had one of those extreme cases where you see that videos that go viral. We, I think the only thing we've had was like, a guy coming was like, it's not the law, and we're like, you're right, sir, it is not the law, but in this business, we're requiring you to wear a mask.
We have the right to refuse service to anybody. We are refusing service to you. Right
like,
this instant.
So like a moment of silence, and he's like, "We have them for $1 if you like." And there was like already people there. We were busy, so it already felt like paying the buck. Everybody was staring at him. Was like, "Dude, can we like just put on a mask and like let's get this done?" Like,
yeah. Even if you just put your shirt over your nose, like do something. Like it's not going to be doing much, but like make an effort somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So he got the mask. And we're like, "Oh, there we go." Oh. I guess another one lady, we told her to like try to be socially distanced to like go into the cashier. We have like red marks, so we told her, "Can you like step behind the red mark and like wait your turn?" And she was like, "No." And we were just like, "Did she just say no?" Yeah.
Can you say no?
And like we just like paused and like, so she just gave her stuff to the person's like, I guess she was with another guy, so she just gave her stuff to the guy and like decided to like wait in front. And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So we don't have to be like, "Ma'am, you need to go."
Yeah. You need to stop being difficult. Please and thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, have you thought about a question of the day?
Oh, question of the day.
What is
Netflix? We can do. Oh, okay.
What is an interesting class you had in high school?
Yeah. If you're like me and you don't have anything, like you just comment nothing. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious because like, or if like you had like a woodworking class, like if you had to make anything cool or something like that in it.
Like a really cool shelf.
Yeah, that doesn't hold books.
It was very tiny books. Like not even kids' books, but like a miniature size of the kids' book.
Like just loose leaf paper without the binding.
I think honestly, my phone would be. No, that's not even it. Because if I would try to put a book there, no, it's not a book. It'd be like half a book, and the other half would be like sticking out. I got an A in that class, so that's all that matters.
And that's the important piece. But yeah, I mean, let's do that. The coolest, or I guess the coolest or most interesting class or different class that you had to take in high school. Or like me, I was gonna say, or like me when you don't have any. So I'll say health. I don't know because there's the only abnormal-ish one. I've got no reasoning.
Didn't you go to a private high school?
Yeah, we didn't have anything like that. Though. Like we didn't have anything. Yeah.
I went to a public. We had like so many options.
Yeah, I mean we didn't have anything like cool or crazy or anything, which is kind of depressing.
And you didn't have swimming in your high school?
No, we didn't have a pool.
Oh what? Yeah, we actually
which it would have made swimming pretty difficult.
We had, I wouldn't say Olympic-sized pool, but we had a really nice, like, a huge pool, like lanes, like.
Are you just rubbing this in right now? That's what it's sounding like, and it's kind of hurtful.
When I saw that, I was impressed. I'm like, I did not imagine this little town had this nice of a high school.
But here we are.
Yeah.
Hello, world. I'm Angel Corrado.
This is my high school story. Yeah. Okay. Question of the day. What interesting high school class did you have?
So let us know your answers, whether it is in the comment section below if you're watching this on YouTube at angel.corrado2, or if you are watching this on any of the podcast platforms, you can shoot your answer over to talkmentuesday@gmail.com, or any feedback that you guys have. As always, it is greatly appreciated, but let us know your response to the question of the day, and we will look through those and talk about any cool, interesting ones next episode. But as always, we appreciate you guys taking the time out of your days, weeks to listen to us and be with us here. It's greatly appreciated. But we look forward to talking with you guys more on whatever topic comes to our mind next week. And so in the meantime, stay safe, social distance. We're almost done with this whole COVID thing, hopefully. But be safe, and we look forward to talking with you guys more. Yeah, peace.
Peace, guys. Thank you.